Hey friends, we just did a whole bunch of stuff out in the garden, so let's go take a look and see what we did.
Our average last frost date has arrived, thank goodness, finally. But things have to get prepped and ready before we can just start planting in them. So here the green stalk needs to be cleaned out real bad. I was fertilizing the green stalk by watering at the top reservoir with fertilizer water, and now I know it clumps it up or clogs it up real good. So we took it apart, disassembled all of the tiers, and we're going to wash out the reservoirs as well. And we're going to fill it with this happy frog. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Now we need a new hose, so we're going to put a new one on. If you have an expandable hose, don't yank it by the handle part when you're trying to move it around, because then it'll leak all over your feet. So yeah, I've broken many hoses that way. So just a tip for you. Get these all cleaned out the best we can. I don't like take a rag to them or anything. I just make sure all the holes are unclogged and put them back on. We're going to make sure the holes line up with the pockets before we put this all back together. And here we are. They're topped off, looking good and ready for planting. That's just one of the many things we need to do before everything's ready. Like these pockets here on the side of the wooden bed, and that wooden bed needs to be topped off as well. And here we have it, looking good. This is before we planted the onions. And this needs some TLC as well, all these grow bags along the trellis. And the drip's in place. This needs the same kind of treatment, topped off and drip put in place. And here it is, ready to go. The compost bin looks messy. And then in the process, I actually leaned against the compost bin and got a boo-boo. See right at the middle knuckle there? You see the splinter inside? It's actually a pretty big splinter. And that's it. Got it out. That's pretty big. Kind of hurt. Not too bad though. And so this area gets changed a lot. So first we top off the bags and put the drip in there. And then we do even more. So that's just the beginning. We topped that off. That's actually a tree skirt we added dirt to. And now we're going to build the trellis. It's going to be for the sweet peas or the butterfly peas, whatever you want to call them. And here we have it. So we planted beets and radishes in between the poles, and then at the base of the poles we planted the sweet peas on a different date. That video's already come out. So this video's just all the prep work we did before we've already started planting stuff. This needs revamped, and here we have it, looking good. Just have to replace a little piece of drip because you can see both ends of that little piece were bitten by who knows what. This bed has been a challenge for me because I'm just like, I can't reach everything, and how do I want it set up? That was echinacea. We just dug it up. We're going to put the echinacea over here. This is our medicinal area. And so we just put a few in there. We harvested some, put them in the freezer. We'll make tea with it. And so echinacea's gone. We're switching gears, and that was a 12-pack of grow bags that matched the other gray ones. And we're going to redo this area. So those little tiers there are going to come sit over here where we just were because they have savory seedlings in them. And I'm going to transplant those into that area because that's where the culinary herbs are going to go. So here is spearmint. Now, I guess if you chop off your spearmint to harvest everything, it's not going to come back. I didn't know that. So I might have killed it when I harvested for the last time in the fall because it did not come back. Gave it plenty of time in that pot as well. I left it on the patio to see what would happen, and nothing happened. But it spread so much that it left us a whole bunch of spearmint babies in the ground around it. And so we're just going to dig that up. And we have spearmint again. So it's all good that the other spearmint died. Now I don't have to figure out what to do with all of this. I'll just use it. So you see all these grow bags are lined up now. We added quite a few grow bags to the area. Just one long line. And the chive okay, so the spearmint's in that grow bag now, and the chive got removed from that the very first grow bag spot, and it's going to come over here. So there's the chive, and now it's in the ground, and it was very happy there. We have two kinds of mint and oregano all mixed in together. They all spread a lot and kind of intertwined, and we have thyme and sage in that area too that needs to move. So we're going to grab some chocolate mint that I dug up, and we're going to move it over to be next to the spearmint. So we'll have three kinds of mint and chamomile and stevia over there, and that'll be our tea area. I was going to have the tea area be here where these currently are, and change my mind because the mint's so invasive. So the first one was chocolate mint. This one is Jessica's pear mint is the name of it. And I accidentally grabbed some chocolate mint and planted it in there as well, that right there. So I'll have to dig that out and just leave the pear mint in there. And this weeks later, all the mint was happily transplanted, and you can see the difference now. You can see on the left is the chocolate mint that needs to come out, and the pear mint on the right. Both are so good in tea. I love them. So back to this bed, back in the past now, 3 weeks ago. We need to dig up those onions. Those onions have been there for a really long time, and I collected seed from them. So I just moved them here. I'll collect some more seed from them, use the greens for cooking, and the chive is happy over there, as you can see. I planted parsley next to it. Savory is still waiting to be transplanted back there, but all that on this side of us is cleared out, which is very nice. And we got the oregano, thyme, and sage transplanted there, and so looking much better. A few calendula volunteers popped up as well next to the onions, and those are cucumber grow bags, and we got the trellises set up for them. And we cleaned up the strawberries a bit, just removed all the brown old stuff from the previous year. And another trellis for pole beans, and all those grow bags and containers have been topped off. Still got to do a little bit of drip for some of them. Strawberry in a laundry basket did not survive, if you watched that video. So we're just going to plant sweet potatoes in that container. There were some strawberries at the base that are rooted into the ground that survived, but the ones in the laundry basket did not. And I'm not sure why, because it stayed pretty moist. So here's an ottoman that I took from the neighbors. What happened? Hello? 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 It's dark. Hello? 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 Oh, good. There you are. Hey, I'm down here. You still have me on. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, good. You finally figured it out. Okay, so anyways, that ottoman was, the neighbors left it on the road for trash pickup, and I was like, I can plant in that. So I took it, and we grew sweet potatoes in it last year. Now here's a pumpkin patch area. These grow bags are not where they're going to be. That's just where they are, so I can water them easily. Those are potatoes in the green ones. The raspberries are trying to take over, so we have to go and rip up some of the new ones. They need to be near the fence and not taking over the whole pumpkin patch. So that's where we are with this area right now. We got to set up more drip in here as well. And checking on our little salad seedlings. We did choys and lettuces and kales and some spinach and just all those some endive, all those kinds of salad green thingies. And they're just going to stay in there the whole season. And then just a little peek at what's going on inside. So these are now outside hardening off. And so 2 days ago, or 4 days ago, something like that, was how these all looked on the inside of the house. And they are massive. So I'm so glad to have them outside hardening off and not inside under these lights anymore, because they were really hard to fit under the lights. And here's how everything looks. Everything is ready except for that one metal bed there. We got to harvest that Claytonia. We got to The only thing left is to make sure all the drip is working and all the drip is in place. Otherwise, everything is topped off, cleaned out, weeded, and ready to go. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.